What? What just happened? Oh, do you know Tottenham? Yes. Have you met Son? No. Do you know Son? Yes. Have you seen Son? Yes. Where did you see him? Wembley Stadium. Oh. Which game? And then they'll keep going like, which season? Hi, my name is Amy and I'm from the UK and I'm a fan of Son Heung-min and Tottenham. I started to support Tottenham in 2018 after the World Cup because I was really impressed with the way that they played in the World Cup, like Korea and England, and they had like Tottenham players. So after I watched the Tottenham games and became like really big fans of Harry Kane, Dele Alli and Son, and decided to support them because it was nice to like support two countries I really liked as well. Like, I'm not Korean, but it's kind of become like my kind of like country. Like, I really like protect Korea, and if someone says something bad about Korea, I kind of get hurt as well. So for me, like, I wanted to support both countries. Okay, his best points are like his pace. He's really quick and he's so quick on his feet. Like, he can get around other players very easily and use both of his feet, whereas some players can only use like one foot, or you know, one foot isn't as good as the other, but both of his feet are really good. And when he shoots, it's like a missile. Like, he just locks and it just goes in. It's like he's really accurate, and I find that a lot with like Korean people in general. They're very precise and they do their job. Like, when they're gonna do their job, they will do their job. So I feel like that's just his culture in a way. He just wants to get the job done. So the Burnley goal, if you haven't seen it, you've been living under a rock, because it's literally like the most amazing Son goal there is. Basically what happens is Son runs up and there's like loads of players in the way, and he just like goes around them, and then he just hits the ball into the goal, and like a magnet it goes straight in, like, and the goalkeeper doesn't even have time to react. The goalkeeper is just like, what? What just happened? The second goal is because it was so funny and ridiculous, and it's also like a special memory of mine because it's the first time I saw Son play football. It was the Germany World Cup goal when Son ran up the field and the goalkeeper was gone, gave up, went home. He was eating dinner and Son just hit it in. And I mean, I think the whole world was so happy at that time, except for Germans. Germans weren't happy, but I mean, I was happy. I was so happy, like, because Germany always beat England in the World Cup, and it was like the most disappointing childhood. I remember in my childhood, they ruined my childhood with that goal. Like, when they beat, I think it was like 6-0 or something in maybe was it Africa? It was like 2012, and they beat England really badly. It was embarrassing. And because he like redeemed us, he ruined them, and I felt so good. I was like, yes, finally revenge. So I was so happy. I feel like in some teams there are just like one player who's really like popular, but in Tottenham there are so many players who are really popular, and Tottenham just seems like a family rather than some teams. Like, a lot of the players just leave like after one season, but Tottenham players like kind of stay there for the long term. Like, I think Son's been at Tottenham for like 5 years. He's actually like been accepted into a family now, and I feel like, especially as like a foreigner in a different country, that is really important to have that kind of like family around you. So I feel like you can see that they have like true understanding of each other's, like, when they're playing football. I watched an interview of him. He did like a Q&A yesterday on Twitter, and I was watching them, and he said that he made a new ceremony, but I haven't seen it yet. Oh, is it? And someone asked him why he made it, and he was like, just find the camera and do it. Yeah, I feel like he's such a nice person, so humble. Oh, actually, I went to Chuncheon, yeah, where he grew up, because I wanted to see like his city. So I went there last month, and I just looked around the town. It was actually pretty small. It's really surprising, but yeah, you can see he's really humble because he comes up from like a small town area. So yeah, I can tell like the way he's been raised must be why he's such a nice person. Usually the first question, if I say I'm British, oh, do you know Tottenham? Yes. Have you met Son? No. Do you know Son? Yes. Have you seen Son? Yes. Where did you see him? Wembley Stadium. Oh. Which game? And then they'll keep going like, which season? And I'm just like, oh my god. But they think like footballers are just walking around. Like if I go to Starbucks, Son's just gonna be sitting there. But it's not the case. Son is like going in his Range Rover. He's really rich and we don't see him. So I have a Korean League of Legends account and it's like British girl in Korean, so that people know I'm a foreigner so they don't bully me. And they're always like, are you really British? And I'm like, yes. But they don't believe me, so they're like, okay, so you support Tottenham? And I'm like, yes. And then they start asking all these questions again. Have you seen Son? Like, so it's always the same thing, like it's the same routine. I'll always say yes, but I don't want to say yes in case my brother watches this and then uses it as evidence in the future. So I'll just say I hope so. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. If he moves to like Arsenal, can I say this? This is so bad. This is horrible. This is disgusting. I'm disgusting. I mean, I want to support both countries and there's not many Korean players, so I feel like I just need to follow him. But if he does leave the EPL and goes to Barcelona, I'm so sorry. It's over. We're gonna break up. When Tottenham beats Arsenal, it is the best feeling. Like, I go back to my brother and I just send like the print screen of the score and he's just like, shut up, just shut up. And he gets really angry. Like, if I even mentioned to him that Arsenal won like last week, he'll be like, so what? We're gonna win anyway, like next week. I'm like, okay. He just gets like, I don't take it too seriously, but like some people take it like seriously, like their whole life is football. And I just kind of like teasing my family about it. But I'm kind of like the troll in the family. Like, I support like Tottenham, but I'm kind of like a troll. Like, I don't get upset when Tottenham loses. So I just like support them no matter what. But I wouldn't cry if they lost. It's kind of like a bond like British people have with Korean people now. For example, the first time my brother, who supports Manchester United, met my boyfriend, the first words that came out of his mouth, Park Ji-sung. And I was like, which park? Because I thought he meant like Gongwon, like an actual park. I was like, which park are we going to? And they're like, my boyfriend was like, no, he means the Manchester United player. I'm like, which player? I didn't even know. But like, they had this automatic bond just from saying like that player's name. And I was like, what? I had no idea what they're talking about. So yeah, it's really nice that it can bring people like together so easily. If you liked it, please like, subscribe and comment down below.